Okay. After you have done with all the foundation of your business, okay, one of the most important thing that you have to know is managing your finance. Okay. Although you have generate a lot of profit, okay, you have maybe a few million profit, something like that, example. But once you did not manage or properly manage your finance, then the profit will diminish just like that. Okay, so good morning to all my students. Today we will learn a new chapter, that is chapter 10. Okay, managing your finance. Okay, in a business, managing your finance is one of the most important things. Okay, you have to have a basic knowledge on how to manage your finance. Okay, throughout this chapter, okay, I will teach you one by one the basic knowledge about the finance itself. Okay, although I'm not someone who have the finance background, but this just a basic things or general knowledge for you, and in order to be a better event planner. Okay, so we have a 6 learning outcome for today. Okay, so first and foremost is financial statement. Okay, number 2 is paying the vendors. Number 3 is pricing the service. Number 4 is maintaining cash flow. Number 5 is event costing, and last but not least is taxes. Okay, so everything that inside in this learning outcome is the things that you maybe before this you have learned. Okay, so if you have learned this kind of thing, okay, this will be the revision for you. But if you do not really have learned it before this, okay, so welcome to the new knowledge. Okay, I will teach you on how to create a financial statement, how to analyze a financial statement. Okay, whether your financial statement is good or not, and also some all other knowledge. Okay, so do not worry, do not result. So we will learn the first learning outcome, that is financial statement itself. Okay, if you are as a student, okay, you have your own maybe academic report. Okay, so for a business, what is the report card? Okay, so the report card is financial statement. So what is the financial statement itself? Okay, so you can see in the slide, financial statement can be defined as a written, okay, a written record that convey or show the business activity and the financial performance of a company. Okay, so just like I said before, if you as a student, so how you want to measure your performance? Okay, you see your report card or academic card, okay, and IIT result. Okay, so how you want to know that your company doing excellence or your company are fail in your business? So it show in the financial statement. So financial statement are divided into three parts. Okay, so all these three things combined is known as financial statement. Okay, so first and foremost is, you can see in the slide, profit and loss statement. Okay, number 2 is balance sheets. Number 3 is cash flow statement. Okay, so all of these three things, when it's divided, when it is combined, it is known as financial statement. So if you want to know whether a company doing good or doing bad in their business performance, you see all these three things. Okay, and usually they are being produced annually. Okay, so you can see, maybe you can Google after this, Nestle financial statement of Nestle annual report. Okay, all the three things will be included in the financial statement. Okay, so what is the use of financial statement? Okay, what is the role of financial statement? Okay, why people do financial statement? Okay, so financial statement are often audited by government and government agency, accountant, the business firm itself, to ensure the accuracy and for taxing, cukai, okay, financing and investing purpose. Okay, through this financial statement, Okay, you maybe can identify how many tax that you have to pay annually. Okay, maybe how many money that you can invest in a new company. Maybe if you have gained a lot of profit, maybe you can open the franchise. Okay, all these important information are being shown by the financial statement itself. Okay, so the next is we want to identify. Sir, what is profit loss statement? What is balance sheet, sir? What is cash flow statement, sir? Okay, so these three things, okay, is in the slide. Okay, so profit and loss statement are also known as P&L statement, also income statement. Okay, so if people say that, oh, do you know what is P&L? So you have to know that P&L is stand for profit and loss statement. Okay, so profit and loss statement function is to show, okay, how much your company is making, that is profit, or how much your company is losing, that is loss, rugi, over a period of time, that is maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, or maybe annually. So all of this information are being shown in the profit and loss statement. Okay, so how about balance sheet? Okay, balance sheet. Okay, so it is table that show your asset or liability and capabilities, okay, at a specific point. Okay, it also show that whether your asset, okay, whether your liability, whether your capability is balanced with the money that you invest. Okay, for example, me, Mr. Irfan, I buy a printing machine, okay, and I sell the magazine. Okay, I buy the printing machine for 1,000 ringgit. Okay, I buy a printing machine for 1,000 ringgit, and the machine only can produce a magazine for 900 ringgit. So that printing machine is my asset, but the printing machine only can produce 900 ringgit revenue profit. Okay, is it balanced there? It's not balanced, right? When it's not balanced, so the asset is not fully beneficial for my company. Is it good for my company? No, right? So I have to resell the printing machine. Something like that. That is known as balance sheet. This just a few explanation or example. Okay, so it's typically generated monthly, quarterly, and annually when the book are closed. Okay, so when the book are closed are always at the end of the month. Okay, and last but not least is cash flow statement. Okay, so one of the most important information in a company is where the money outflow mean going out, and where the money is inflow mean going in. Okay, we want the money that going out is balanced with the money that come in. When the money that come out with it is not balanced with the money that is come in, then we produce loss. Okay, and also cash flow statement. Okay, show that there are no discipline action that should be taken. For example, if there are something that prohibited, okay, outflow of cash, okay, maybe it is abuse of capital, someone use company money to buy something else that are not beneficial, maybe bribery, rasuah, all that kind of thing can be detected through the cash flow statement. We do not want that kind of problem have or occur in our company. Okay, so second learning outcome is paying the vendor. Okay, because one of the most important element in an event planning business is vendor. You cannot be operated and your event cannot be done without a vendor. So you have to pay the vendor. Okay, so paying a vendor also a very tedious thing, a very problematic thing, a very tough job. Okay, because keeping enough money to flow in the business is a very difficult. Okay, because you cannot say that, oh, every day I will have a customer. Okay, every time I will have a customer, every customer will bring a lot of money. No, in a business, okay, we will not having a sunshine every day. Okay, just like a pepatah Melayu say that. Okay, kukira panas sampai ke petang, rupanya hujan di tengah hari. You cannot expect that every day you will have a continuous money flowing in your business. Okay, therefore it can be worse when it require from the payment from the vendor and start deposit often 1 month before an event. Okay, this is something common for a vendor. Okay, for example, a florist that provide the flower, they will always ask deposit a month before the event because they don't want you to lie to them, and they do not want once you get the product, you will run away, maybe MIA, missing in action. Okay, so they want to secure the customer that is you, event planner, and ask for deposit. Okay, so this kind of thing is very dangerous thing, but this is some tips that you may use in order to consistently paying your vendor, and also the safe way how to pay your vendor. Okay, so first and foremost is bartering service. Okay, so bartering service is a service where you do not have to use the money. You are exchanging the service. Okay. For example, okay, you are the event planner and you are doing a business with the printing service. Okay. So the printing service needs someone to design a poster for them. Okay, and you as an event planner, you have a very good design skill, so you ask from the printer service people. Okay, so Miss Hazwani, okay, you will print my thing for free and I will design for you a poster for free. Okay, so that kind of thing is known as bartering service. Okay, there are no financial things that are related. Okay, you could provide, you can see in the slide, okay, whenever possible, save money by bartering service with other business owner. Okay, you could provide a planning help in exchanging for brochure printing service or creation of signage. Okay, that is the example. Okay, so number two is take deposit. Okay, in order for you to pay the deposit for vendor, you have to ask the deposit from the client first. Okay, because first and foremost, the client, okay, to ensure that the client is not running away, to ensure that the client is not lie to you, to ensure that the client is keep paying with you, okay, keep stick with you, you ask deposit from them. Okay, because some of the client, okay, once the event is finished, they has a less motivation to pay. Okay, that is something very normal. Okay, because once the event is finished, okay, my part is done. Okay, I have get the result. Okay, but I don't want to pay to you, maybe something like that. The client is acting difficult. Okay, so number three is start with the plenty of cash reserve. I also have teach you this kind of thing in the previous chapter. Please ensure that you have the first 6 months of operation budget. Okay, that is cash reserve. You cannot touch that cash reserve, and you have to ensure that you have a 6 month, 6 bulan cash reserve. Okay, this cash reserve will only be used when there are emergency. Okay, so if you have this cash reserve, okay, so paying your vendor first, okay, will be not something that are problematic enough. Okay, so number four is charge enough for your service. Okay, so how you want to charge enough your service, that is pricing method. Okay, after this also I will teach you. Okay, you have to price it strategically. So how you want to price it strategically. Okay, so make a careful assessment on what need to charge in order for you to gain the profit. Okay, and also please charge your price, okay, along with your service. Okay, so do not charge it not really it's too high or too low. Okay, so this is the pricing of the service. There are so many type of or so many ways on how you want to put the price of the service. Okay, so there are three ways on how you want to charge your service. That is factor that determine the pricing of the service. So we are talking about a service. Okay, we are not talking about the product. Okay, we are talking about service. Service is something that intangible, you cannot see. Okay, for example is event planning service. Event planning service is something that you cannot see. You cannot see advice. Okay, you cannot see decoration. You cannot see, yes, you can see the decoration, but you cannot see the creativity behind the decoration. Okay, all that kind of creativity behind the decoration is being produced by the event planner. Okay, so there are three ways or three factors on how to determine the pricing service. First is market segment served. Okay, number two is geographic and location. Number three is experience and reputation. Okay, these three things is very important. Okay, so first and foremost, pricing the service, that is market segment served. Okay, so I have teach you in the first chapter where there are two market segment in event planning. First is social event, second is corporate event. Okay, for the special event, okay, for the social event, usually the customer will put the price first. Okay, for example, Swan come to my company. Swan said that I want my birthday party for 500 people for 1,000 ringgit. Okay, usually for a social event, customer will put the price first. Usually, okay, this is we're talking about something that common. Usually, the customer will always put the price first. Okay, I want this birthday party for 200,000 ringgit, maybe something like that. So you can see in the slide, in the social event industry, planner typically receive a fee for their service. Okay, plus a percentage for some or all vendor fee. Okay, so you as the social event planner, okay, you will try hard, okay, to produce an event, okay, within the budget of the client. Maybe the client said that, just like the Swan say before, Miss Swan said, he or she want a birthday party for 2,000. So you will do a birthday party for 2,000 ringgit. However, for a corporate event, planner will always charge a fee. Okay, so the corporate event, for example, a conference. Okay, I want to do a conference. How much do you charge? So always for a corporate event, the one who will charge is the event planner itself. Okay, because this is something that are formal. Okay, so if something that formal, okay, the event planner will put the price. Okay, so when Miss Tan Yani come to me, okay, I want to do a conference. Okay, how much do you charge? Say Miss Tanyani to me. So I will say that I always do a conference for 10,000 ringgit. So can you pay it? So if both of the party is agree about the charge, then they will do. Okay, so for example, planner buy flower, mark up them and charge the amount to the client. So this is something that are very common for a corporate event. Okay, and also some of the social event. But the social event, okay, just like I said before, the customer always put the price first. Okay, so number two is geographic and location. This is very easy. Okay, do you ever go to KL and find that the item in KL is more cheaper than the item in Sarawak? That is known as geographic pricing. Okay, so if you ever go to KL, also you see the food is much more expensive than in Sarawak. Okay, because the living cost in KL is so much higher. In Sarawak, the living cost is very cheaper. So it's all about geographic kind of pricing. Okay, so fee are higher for some area, fee are cheaper for some area. Okay, so you have to know how cost of living in the area. Okay, so that is geographic and location. Maybe you can put some higher price for an area that full of rich people. Maybe you can put a low price for a place that are not full of rich people. Okay, so last but not least, the pricing service is the experience and reputation. Okay, so for a starter, someone that do not really have a vast kind of experience, it's reasonable to charge less for planning service. Okay, if you are experienced enough, then you can put a higher service. You can say that, oh, I have done a lot of event. So if you want to get my experience, you want to get my advice because I am experienced enough, you have to pay more. Okay, but don't charge too little just to get the job, because you have, just like I said before, okay, you have to be wise in pricing the service. Although you are not experienced, okay, you do not really put low service, low fee or low price for your service. Okay, so next we will learn the maintaining the cash flow. Okay, maintaining the cash flow is also important. Just like I said before, the money that come out, outflow of money must be balanced with the money that is coming to your company, that is inflow of money. So if inflow is more than outflow, then you are doing good, that is profit. Okay, but if the money out is higher than money going in, then you are generating the loss. Okay, so how to maintain a good cash flow? Okay, so there are 4 ways that I'm suggest, okay, in order for you to maintain a good cash flow. Okay, so first and foremost, pay your company bill on time. Do not pay it early or late. Okay, so pay your company bill on time, because if you are company, if you pay the money on time, okay, after this I will explain it a little bit more. Okay, negotiate the latest possible payment of the balance of vendor bills. Okay, number 3 is make sure your invoice are clear, accurate and timely. Okay, and last but not least is keep inventory and supply to a minimum. Okay, so pay your company bill on time, but do not pay it early or late. Okay, so keep your money in bank as long as possible. It will be your cash reserve. Okay, so keep file for bill due for 10 day, 20 day and 30 day. Okay, so all this kind of system, so you can read more about the system after this, will ensure that your bill will be paid on time. Okay, if you pay it too early, uh, excuse me, you will have to pay the loss also. Okay, because it's too early. Okay, so negotiate the latest possible payment. Okay, so with the vendor, often vendor will give you a 30-day after an event to which to pay. So if you are negotiate with them properly, okay, you can get a longer time to pay. Okay, but make sure that you pay to the vendor. You want to produce a good relationship with the vendor. Okay, make sure that invoice are clear, accurate and time. Okay, and last but not least is keep inventory supply to a minimum. Okay, so you don't want to hoard, okay, become a hoarder for your inventory. Okay, and also you don't want your inventory to be too little, because this inventory will be your asset for your event planning businesses. Okay, so next, and I think the second last is event costing. Okay, event costing also very important. So it is important to know what your client want and what they want to spend and what you want to spend in order to achieve it. Okay, so you have to know that you will spend a money that will make your customer happy, but do not overspend your money, because an event have their own costing. Okay, so you don't want to produce a loss. If you are producing the loss, you spend too much, but you gain too little. Okay, so estimate the cost by adding a supply or total fee of service to client and also estimate it. Okay, so how you want to estimate it after this? Okay, there I will show you some of the things, okay, that you need to buy in order for you to do an event, a basic things. Okay, there are so many things that you have to buy. Okay, the expenses, okay, but I will not explain it one by one, so you may read it by yourself because this is too easy, and I also have explained it in the inventory. Maybe some of it is I have be explained in inventory. For example, the site rental, I also have told you the site rental you have to buy 10, okay, which kind of 10 you want to buy, okay, the vendors, the supply, the equipment, the license and permit. I also have teach you which kind of license that you have to buy in order for you to get this kind of things, okay, which permit that you have to acquire. Okay, some of the event need a permit. Okay, for example, there are running kind of events, something like that. So all this kind of thing is the event expenses that you have to pay, and also you have to properly costing for an event. Do not overspend. Okay, and last but not least is we want to talk about something that are more serious than is taxes. Okay, taxes. Okay, it's not Texas, Texas. Taxes. 出改, 出改. Okay, so there are three type of taxes. Okay, first is personal income. Okay, second is sales tax, and last but not least is corporate income tax. Okay, so usually the common tax that you always hear is sales tax. Okay, GST. Have you hear about GST? That is good and service tax. Okay, so that is include in the sales tax. Okay, that is levy mean obligate by a city. Okay, something that are a must. Okay, they are being done by a city or government. So for example, our Malaysian government, okay, one of the things that they are mandatory for all the people is to pay GST. That is good and service tax. Maybe before this also we have GST. Maybe right now we have a service tax. Maybe something like that. Okay, so they are determined by some of the city and some of the state. Okay, maybe you have to pay 6% for the sales tax. Okay, so second is personal income tax. Okay, personal income tax, if you are a sole proprietor, okay, or a partner, you will not receive a salary like an employee, therefore no income tax. Okay, income tax is for someone who receive the salary every month. Okay, so if you are the one who receive the salary every month, okay, in the same amount, okay, for example, the government service, something like that, a business employee, okay, the business owner do not have personal tax. Okay, so they will pay the corporate income tax. Okay, for the business owner, okay, is organized as a corporation, you have to pay tax of all profit. Okay, so there are a few rules that you have to know about tax planning. Okay, so the first rule is do not incur an additional expenses solely for the sake of getting extra deduction. Okay, this strategy is not cost effective. Some of the people, okay, will sponsor maybe an orphan. Okay, yes, that is good. Okay, but do not put a higher emphasis on just to escape from paying the tax. There are so many ways actually how you want to escape from paying the tax. For example, you buy a book, you do a sponsorship for a university, you do a sponsorship event for orphan, a kebajikan, something like that, you will escape from the tax. Okay, but if you want to just add and it is not good for your company, then the strategy is not really cost effective. Okay, Number two is immediately deferring tax allow you to use the money interest fee before paying it to the government. Okay, I'm not really sure the kind of thing. Okay, so I will explain it on the next class. And last but not least is, if possible, claim income in the most advantageous year. Some of the year have a low tax, some of the year have high tax. So you have to do projection cleverly or wisely. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Okay, thank you so much. So if you have any question regarding this topic, so you may ask within the 6 minutes. Okay, I hope that you understand. I will only put a very high emphasis on something that I have teach you, and I will not put a really high emphasis in the exam for something that I'm not teaching.